Welcome to MTN Outdoors.
Hi there, I'm John Riley and I will be your guide for this episode of MTN Outdoors. This weather has been crazy to say the least. While today is beautiful, we've recently recovered from a sub-zero stretch. And as our own Haley Monaco reports, those sub-zero temperatures have had a snowball effect on energy consumption.
It may be no surprise that when the temperatures drop, people head to their thermostats to crank the heat. And when that happens across the state, it obviously impacts energy usage.
That consecutive, prolonged cold spell.
A 6-day stretch of Arctic temps.
Need to use more energy to keep their homes heated and the lights on.
Didn't just shatter temperature records, it created historic demand for electricity across Montana.
We did see peak loads on the grid.
Take a look at this graph from Northwestern Energy. The red line on this graph shows nearly 1,200 megawatts of electricity being delivered during peak hours during the Arctic freeze, nearly double what it was producing before the storm.
That's a forecast. Those numbers will be final after we complete meter readings.
To put it into perspective, in July of 2021, during a heat wave, 1,909 megawatts were generated for Montana, holding the record of peak demand for electricity until December 2022, when 2,073 megawatts were used. On January 13th this year, the peak demand on the grid was 2,079 megawatts.
More than half of the energy that served this very high demand that was for 6 days in a row was imported, most of it from out of state.
And it was a similar story for Yellowstone Valley Electric Cooperative.
This peak was longer. We're seeing the same type of usage for our customers, but more extended this time around.
Yellowstone Valley Electric is a part of a different power pool than Northwestern and has a set contract. So as usage increased, they did not need to import power energy from elsewhere.
We are part of the Southwestern Power Pool, and so that is an area that covers 9 states all the way from Montana to the north part of Texas.
But they too were extremely busy keeping up with outages and calls for service.
When we have cold weather like that, we call in twice the amount of guys that we think we're going to need.
Record low temps seen across the state with record-breaking impacts for electrical usage. In Billings, Haley Monaco, MTN News.
It's a bit warmer Tuesday than it has been the last few days, and that frozen noodle trend just doesn't work as well as it used to. But for those that participated on Facebook and commented their post, it was a nice distraction from the frigid cold temps. As temperatures plummeted to all-time lows, many Montanans bundled up and stayed inside.
Well, next time it gets cold, I would like to try the ramen one.
But some, like Emma Sikowski, braved the cold, all in an effort to get a little creative.
I never did it myself, so it was cool to see how it planned out, yeah.
Sikowski captured this photo of her successful attempt to freeze a cup of ramen noodles, a feat that took her just 6 minutes. Her friend posted the picture to Facebook, and in just a hot second, it went viral.
We were just so cooped up this weekend that thought it'd be fun for him to do, and he was all for it.
Missoula resident Chelsea Linchuk says she tried the challenge with her son as a fun way to get outside.
I saw her post, and I was like, might as well add to the conversation here.
And so did many others.
I did see some of the noodles somewhere, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool.
Helena resident Seth Karkeek made his own video, but added a twist.
I wanted to do something different.
This was what he came up with, frozen toilet paper standing on its own.
It was just kind of a way to, like you said, make light of it and turn the lemons into lemonade.
And he wasn't the only one pushing the envelope.
I thought, I haven't seen anybody else do this on Facebook. We'll see if it's cold enough for it, right? Should be.
East Helena resident Jennifer Hedges froze these pants in her yard with her 2 children.
It turns into this laughing fest, and everybody's super happy and sort of forgets that it's so freezing cold that we don't want to go outside.
A nice distraction to the unbearable temps, and one that now has many, believe it or not, already looking ahead to the next cold snap.
Try and come up with something new to freeze next time it gets cold.
In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
It's been a slow start to winter, but now we've started to see more snowfall recently in Big Sky. And with that snowfall comes more optimism from local businesses for a great winter season.
It's been a little slow. Big Sky is definitely not getting the snow that we typically do for this time of the year.
Matt Rolfson works at Gallatin Alpine Sports. He says this is the slowest start to winter he's seen in the 7 years he's lived here. And although there's a lack of snow, there does come some benefits to business.
On the ski tuning side of things, it's been pretty busy for us just because we're doing so much repair work.
Vice President of the Big Sky Chamber of Commerce, Liz McFadden, says that business in town is about the same as previous years.
I would say we're still pacing the same as we have in the past. We're obviously down from, 2021 a little bit, 2022. Because the skiing hasn't been great, there are people walking around town more looking, when I've gone out to lunch spots, the restaurants are packed during the day where, in the past maybe they haven't been because everyone's up on the mountain skiing.
She says even if the skiing isn't as great as it's been in the past, there's still plenty to do in Big Sky.
I would say there's still lots to do. There's the ice skating rink here in town. You can hike still on some of the trails, snowshoe.
For Rolfson, he's looking forward to a busier spring and is hopeful for more snow.
We have a lot of college spring breaks coming up, which tend to be a lot of revenue for all the local businesses. So far, it's been pretty dang fun, even regardless of our historic low snowpack. There's still plenty of fresh snow out there.
In Big Sky, Kristen Merkel, MTN News.
Up until recently, there hasn't been a lot of this white stuff on the ground, and it's even led Race to the Sky to cancel this year's event. The annual dog sled race, which is a qualifier for the Iditarod, was slated to happen February 9th through the 13th. Organizers told MTN it was an unfortunate but necessary decision to make for the safety of the teams. There was already a lack of snow in several parts of the course, and warm temperatures and rain have not improved conditions. Last year, a dozen mushers and more than 150 dogs participated in the 300 and 100-mile long races. The race is a big boon for the Lincoln area economy, and organizers say they're already looking forward to 2025. Well, I appear to be losing a snowball fight, but coming up after the break, we'll take a look at how this winter weather has been impacting our roads. But first, it's time for some trivia. What is the coldest temperature ever recorded in the continental United States? That answer coming up after the break.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
Welcome back. So do you know what was the coldest temperature recorded in the continental United States? Set January 20th, 1954, Rogers Pass in Montana saw 69.7 degrees below zero. One thing I think most of us can agree on, that after this recent winter storm, the roads have not been great. MTN's James Rowland gives us some tips for driving in winter conditions.
Montana is notorious for its poor winter weather conditions, and this year is no different. With winter finally upon us, it is time for us to take some precautions with our cars. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Montana ranks as the 5th most dangerous winter weather driving state. However, we're also the most rural. This means if you get stuck somewhere, there's a good chance that no one will be coming along for a while. So what should you have in your car right now in order to stay safe on our freeways? As the air cools, it condenses. This means as it gets colder, you need to watch your tires more closely. Not only are you going to lose grip, but you could potentially blow out a tire on the freeway, causing a serious accident. Cold weather isn't just hard on your tires, it's hard on your battery too. As the weather gets colder, your battery will be harder and harder to start. So it's really important to have either a jump starter or some jumper cables with you. You don't want to get stuck on the side of the road, and that might be the difference between getting home and not in cold weather. Another great tool to have with you are either a set of flares or reflective triangles. These tools can be set down on the ground here so that cars coming by know exactly where you're going to be. A well-stocked emergency kit is essential for winter driving safety. Something just like this has almost everything that you'll need in it and can be found easily at any auto parts store. You'll find things like reflectors, blankets, jumper cables, and even in some packs, emergency food or water. Finally, tools. You may need to change your tire, reattach a hose, or change a battery on the side of the road. A basic tool set and some practice means that you can get your car back on the road and into an auto mechanic as soon as possible. By taking precautions with these winter driving tips, you might be able to prevent yourself from becoming a statistic in Montana. In Great Falls with MTN News, I'm James Rowland.
This winter weather can cause lots of problems for your vehicle. I spoke to a local business about how to keep you and your vehicle safe. One of the most common things seen is a problem with tires. The cold weather causes air to shrink, causing a lack of air in your tires.
Tires go low because air shrinks when it's cold. And because of that, one of the things that occurs is that they break the bead seal between the tire and the wheel.
The bead seal is a rubber sealant that fills spaces between the tire and the wheel where air would otherwise leak out. Many auto and tire places will check and top off your tires for free.
Everybody should have a tire gauge in their car or truck, and they should be able to check on them to make sure that they're within the specifications that are necessary.
In most modern cars, the door or door post will tell you the tire size for the vehicle and what the air pressure should be. They recommend putting in a few extra pounds of air during the cold months. So if it does shrink overnight, you still have a safe amount to drive on. Occasionally, tires will still pop or gain holes from a number of items that can be on the road.
If your tire goes flat and you're on a country road somewhere and you may not have cell service, if you drive on it at any speed, you will destroy the tire and probably destroy the rim. If you drive on your tire at about 2.5 miles an hour, you will basically harm the tire, but it will still cushion the wheel from the road. You can drive 25, 30 miles on a flat tire at the speed you walk.
In Helena, Rachel Fortunato, MTN News.
It's been a slow start to the winter in terms of snowfall, but the city is certainly starting to look like a winter wonderland. And that's good news to snow removal companies. Most are small business owners who have certainly been waiting to put their plows and shovels to use. As snow piled up around the city of Billings Thursday morning, many were still asleep.
We started at 3:30 this morning.
But Jason Linewan, who runs a snow removal business, was wide awake, ready to dig into the freshly fallen snow.
Today, with the amount of snow, it's looking like a pretty long day for me probably at least a 12-hour shift.
You heard that right. Linewan expects to be moving snow for 12 hours, but you won't hear any complaints from him.
We always got to be ready to go for snow removal. It's just the name of the game now.
And Linewan and his crew were ready, maybe even eager for Thursday's snowfall. Linewan's company, J-Ret Lawn and Landscaping, doubles as a lawn maintenance business. He says the transition between seasons can be difficult.
We had that October snowstorm this year that we dealt with. Kind of a headache because of the fact that we had transition from snow and then back into leaves.
But this winter has been more difficult than most. After that October storm, the snow stopped falling, which means business dried up.
We ended up finishing up leaves and stuff by 1st of December, and then we were just waiting on snow, and didn't snow until, middle of January.
But Linewan, who was born and raised in Montana, knows it's just a part of the experience.
The amount of snow days that you get in a season is 15, is what we anticipate. That's just how we have to treat it now, is always be ready for snow.
A business that's always ready to help, and one that takes pride in what they do.
You're helping out your customers, you're helping out people getting to and from work and not slipping on their sidewalk.
In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at the important role of ice rinks in rural communities and learn about some changes to hunters' education.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
Welcome back. I'm still losing that snowball fight. Ice rinks play an important role in our rural communities, as our own MTN's Charlie Kleps found out.
Hi everyone, Charlie Kleps with Q2, and I'm here in Columbus at their brand new ice skating rink. It's in its first year of existence and a part of a growing trend, not just here in Montana, but all across the country. It's a sound many in Stillwater County have long been anticipating.
We've been looking forward to it for a few weeks.
The sound of skates carving turns into their brand new ice rink.
It was too cold, and before that it wasn't cold enough.
Unpredictable weather forced a bit of a delay for some families, but on Sunday that all changed.
The weather's been perfect today. I'm just in a long sleeve shirt and totally comfortable.
Reed Point resident Katie Berry and her family were among those on the ice Sunday afternoon. She says they couldn't be more excited to have an ice rink in their area.
It's really great to get out here, get some exercise, get the kids out of the house, and it's great that it's so close to where we live.
And nowadays, it seems like every small Montana community has their own ice rink, most notably Lewistown, but also Bridger and Red Lodge as well.
Living somewhere rural, we don't get this kind of stuff very often, and it's great to have one so close to home.
And it isn't just the ice rinks that are increasing. The amount of skaters are as well. According to the Learn to Skate program for beginners, that program saw a 10% increase in the 2022-23 season.
We don't have enough ice for everything that everybody wants to do.
It's an increase that Centennial Ice Rink director Megan Davis has witnessed firsthand here in Billings, and one she says has them pressed for space.
All of them just have far more participation than they have in years past.
But Davis says the gain in popularity is awesome to see and hopes more communities find ways to get their residents on the ice.
To see that increase in other communities as well, especially the small ones that don't have a lot of other options for people, is great.
The more variety during the cold months is the better, and I think that's great for everyone.
In Columbus, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
This year, there's a new requirement you're going to have to meet before you can hunt next fall. If you take the course online and you're between the ages of 12 and 17, you're also going to have to complete an in-person field day before you can be certified to hunt. FWP says this new requirement about nothing more than safety in the field.
So those being firearm safety, things like crossing fences, loading and unloading a vehicle properly, safe firearm handling in the field, as well as some of the ethics and responsibility components of hunter education as well, which are very important.
Jacobson notes that this is a new requirement for this year, but it is by no means new to Montana hunter education. Think of it as a return to basics.
Yep, so this was a requirement pre-COVID-19 where online students were required to take that in-person field day. Now as we've kind of moved past that COVID era of hunter education, we're coming back to that approach to hunter education in recognition of the safety and the training that it provides, especially to our young students.
FWP recognizes hands-on when it comes to firearm safety, truly the best way to learn. And in terms of hunter education, it's also the most fun.
It's so enjoyable. You get to be outside in many of our field days. You get to be, shooting guns and having a good time and getting pumped up for hunting season later in the fall. So we're excited to be able to offer these.
Jacobson stresses again the field day requirement only for those who take the course online and are between the ages of 12 and 17. Adults do not have to complete the field day, though he does encourage them to do so if they can. The FWP website has all the information about classes and now the requirement for a field day that you can find in your neck of the woods. Near Bozeman, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
This year's crop growing season has started out on a dry note, and while we are finally catching up on some of that moisture that we didn't see in November and December, conversations are being had about what to expect this year in 2024 at the Maggie Show.
So the Maggie Show is a big farm ranch show. It's the largest in the state.
Through the Maggie's 40-plus year endeavor of serving the agricultural community in the state, a big topic of conversation this year is centered around the drought and what can be expected as we head into 2024.
Obviously, we've had very little snow the last couple months.
luckily we had a good fall. There was lots of submoisture for the wheat, so it's actually in good shape.
Andy Brewer of Prairie Mountain Insurance has had his fair share of discussions among ag producers.
There is winter kill concerns. There's concerns on the irrigation and how much snow we're getting in the mountains. And also the commodity price has been going down. So those are some of the things that we've been discussing here at the show.
Not only are farmers and ranchers battling with possible dry conditions due to a lack of moisture these past couple of months, but volatile costs such as machinery, input prices, and commodity prices highlight an importance of crop insurance.
Crop insurance is very important for these guys. Well, right now with the cost of farming, probably at an all-time high, machinery, inputs, and those kind of things, what it does is it keeps them from basically going broke. If they have a crop that doesn't make it, that they get paid an indemnity that keeps them going for another year.
Other conversations had were about advancements in new technology and products that benefit the way crops are grown in Montana.
Carbon 375 is a substitute for methylated seed oil, 80-20 surfactants, and actually provides a benefit for the plant and the root system. And it's able to maintain more moisture into the top of the plant, and it also helps the plant provide a thicker waxy cuticle on the leaf, which helps it protect itself from the drought and the dry atmosphere.
The Maggie continues to spark connections from producers to consumers all over the region.
Year after year just keeps getting better. I mean, the conversations that we have with people in agriculture and the farmers, and helping the farmers be more efficient in their operations, is why we are here. And we always look forward to this event at the Maggie, and we're happy to be a part of it.
In Great Falls at the 2024 Maggie Show, I'm Brianna Juno, MTN News.
Well, thanks for joining us on this week's episode of MTN Outdoors. I know this most recent weather spell was no joke. And it wasn't isolated just to one area, but impacted the entire state. In fact, it was a regular flurry of activity. Okay, I get it. You guys aren't a fan of the puns, and I'm getting a little bit of the cold shoulder here. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay safe out there, keep warm, and we'll catch you next time.